Voices in My Head. Yeah, that was an interesting project. Yeah, I mean,
Bro, it's like it's like some alien Illien Rosewell shit, bro. It's like
yeah, yeah.
the like the vocal layers and then like the beat style like there's a lot more. I mean, it's still that same like gritty alien drums. You know
Word,
what I'm
word, word.
saying? Like punchy ass fucking drum breaks and shit like that, but it was a little different. Maybe less samples. You experimented a lot with like the effects. You experimented a
Yeah,
lot with like the composition of the beats, the structure of the songs. Like it was different. Because typically you be doing that grimy shit.
yeah, yeah. I like the grimy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. That's definitely that's my cup of tea. You feel me?
Word up. Yeah, Voices was a different album. I did that I started that in LA. Um I think I had it was my first time experimenting with shrooms. And
Okay.
I kinda got a little different for a little minute. I was crashing at my brother's house, Jimbo Wham at the time, just out there Oxnard, California. And I just was like experimenting with just kind of like being as minimal with the sounds on the production. A lot of those records just kind of started with like three sounds, and just as far as drums and just a simple melody. And I was kind of using a lot of stock sounds in there, just to do
Yeah.
something real quick to get the idea off. You feel me? So yeah, it was odd. It took a little minute to do the project. You know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of wigged out a little bit. But it came
Yeah.
together, man. It was interesting. I listened to it myself and was like, okay, yeah, it's a different flavor for everybody. You know what I mean? But
It
yeah,
is, bro. But I feel like when you're a fan and you've been listening to your favorite artists and they do that like experimental album, you know, a lot of times people are like they don't know what to think. But it's like if you fuck with that artist, if you're a fan of that artist, you kind of are like with them throughout their journey. You got to
right,
give it
right.
like you got to give it a real chance. You know what I'm saying? Because like the first time I heard like To Pimp a Butterfly, I was like, okay, this is different.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then like sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Like when Kanye did what was it, Yeezus? I was like,
Yeah.
this ain't it for me, bro. This ain't it.
Okay. Oh, you
A
didn't you
couple
didn't like it?
Nah, bro. I mean, there's a couple joints on there like I don't
Yeah.
know. The like the lead singles and shit I liked, but like the rest of that album, like all the rest of like the deep cuts and shit, I'm like sonically it was weird for me. You know
I
what I'm
feel you on
saying?
that. Yeah, it was a bit obscure.
Obscure is the word.
Yeah.
Obscure is the fucking word, man.
Yeah.
Um, so bro, you've been doing this shit for a long time,
Yeah, man.
but not just music, bro. Art.
Oh yeah. I mean,
You've been writing poems since elementary school, am I right?
true indeed. True indeed.
And so
True
you've been an
indeed.
artist your entire life.
Yes, true indeed. True indeed. I
And
started in like elementary with like it was like one class assignment. Um, and then it turned into like they put me into some like club, and then next thing you know, they had developed like one of my poems into like a children's book. And I thought about, I was like, dang, I wanna do something. It was like, yeah, you should be a writer. And my teachers was encouraging me to be a writer, and I didn't know what that meant back then. So I kind of just went to what I felt like I could get my creativity off with. You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
Nori came. Nori was in the radio. Peace, Lord. Nori was in the radio when I heard that what joint. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to do something in this format. Like you can dance to it or something.
so
So
how old were you when that came out? I forget.
maybe like 6. like 6 or 7,
6.
something
So you
like
found
6.
you found hip hop fucking young.
Oh yeah, 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 big time, big time. Mhm.
Did your parents listen to hip hop?
Nah. That wasn't a thing. Um, like my aunt, she rocked with it, but I was raised a little different. I was raised with my grandparents,
Okay.
so my aunt would be over there, but my pops, he would, he was in and out of, he was getting busy. He was going back and forth to college. You know what I'm saying? So he um he used to leave me these cassettes before he'd dip out. His new little collection so far. So I would get like the Gangstar tapes and the Wu-Tang tapes, but I wouldn't even get into those until later because I didn't even, I didn't care about that Wu-Tang stuff. At a younger age, it was about what was popular. You feel me?
Mm,
So, yeah, I mean, but after a while, that shit just ended up being the main course of music to me. You feel me?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I uh I found all that shit like when I was a teenager.
Oh
You know
yeah.
when I was fucking I think I was like 11 or 12 and like I had a girlfriend that put me on to Outkast and like the
mm.
first hip hop album that I fell in love with was Stankonia and I
Ah,
was like this is fucking incredible, right?
yeah.
And then I listened to kind of more mainstream shit for a little while, but then when I turned like 15, 16, I learned how to torrent. You remember torrent?
Oh
Remember uTorrent?
yeah, uTorrent was crazy. Yeah,
So I
LimeWire days.
Bruh. So then I went off, bro. So I would torrent all these classic hip hop albums. And the first album, so my homie told me, he's like, all right, I got to put you on. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Wu-Tang, The 36 Chambers,
Uh-huh.
and Illmatic.
Word.
36 Chambers and Illmatic are the two albums that made me fall in love with hip hop.
Oh yeah.
And
I believe
I never turned back since.
that'll do it for you right there. That's enough. That's
Bruh.
nice little
Cause I
starter pack.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I came from hardcore punk, right? And so
Word.
the first time I heard Bring the Ruckus, I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
This has that influence. Like this directly influenced hardcore punk. Hip hop and hardcore punk, they're like this.
Mm.
Hip hop has direct roots into hardcore punk.
I agree with
And
that. I sense, you know what I'm saying, some similar elements. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, bro.
especially energy, the energy behind it is, similar. Yeah. I can feel that.
So the first white people to get into rap, into hip hop were the punks
Mm,
back in the day.
mm,
And then so what ended up with the hardcore punk is that it influences everything, bro. It influences the style, it influences how everybody talks, it influences a myriad of different things. And so it was an easy thing for me to pick up.
mm. I can feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
So so you've been going this whole time, bro. You've been going since age 6. You heard the song. You were like, yo, I'm trying to be like this. When did you write your first rap?
Oh. Hmm. Probably wrote my first rap at maybe like 12, 11. Um, the joint was bad though. It was real bad. I was going to the Boys and Girls Club at the time, right? And my peoples did not like secular music, you know what I mean, while I was growing up, like my grandparents. So I would have to write these joints and tuck them and put them in a
Mm,
hiding space in my room. One day I had to go. I went to the Boys and Girls Club after school, and my grandma picked me up from work, picked me up from the joint from the Boys and Girls Club, and she had my papers out. Like I had these joints on different sheets and notebooks and stuff. Like just hated, you know what I mean? And she saw them joints. She pulled the papers out. What the hell is this? What's this? Threw them shits away.
She threw him away. She threw him
Threw him
away. Did
away.
they did they have like curse words and explicit content or anything like? Oh, they did. Okay.
Big time, big time. Cause I needed that. You know what I'm saying? I needed to get my little outlet off. You know, I need to get my little anger and aggression off from little basic shit. You know, like doing the dishes. It wasn't even that deep. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So I might say some wild shit about, you know what I mean, this bitch. Telling me to do it again. Shit was all bad. Shit was all bad. But yeah, I had a little simple joint. And I was watching a lot of adult movies, so my lingo was a little crazy. You know, my uncles was wild.
Did your uncles put you onto these movies, or did you? Was it homies, cousins?
Well,
You have
I
any
had
sib?
my cousins, M. Get 'em and Brick, cousin JP. They like my like hip hop guru, like what do you say? Like the backpack gods. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So they put you on.
Yeah, yeah. Like they put me on like Brick put me on to like Little Brother and stuff like that, and like Mad Lib early.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of like tapping into that because like part of my family is like from Carolina, so I got on to like the whole like what was it, Just Us League back then,
Yep.
the Hall of Just Us. I was into that whole little vibe and the projects they was doing, the small collaborations and stuff. Kanye was around in that time and shit. So yeah, that was, you know, that was my little part of my little seasoning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Kanye came out. You were like, all right. So you said you were like 11 when this shit started popping off.
When Kanye came out, I probably was in I was in high school by that time.
So
Yeah,
Kanye, I remember the first Kanye album was like 2004,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you were in high school. So
yeah. I'm in like seventh grade.
you and I are probably about the same age. We're close.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, you was in 10th grade around that time?
Nah, I was I think a freshman
Uh, yeah,
if I recall correctly.
yeah. I think that's around that. I feel like it's around that time. I didn't like Kanye when he first came out. I had
Yeah?
to get like his story and shit. I didn't know he made the beat. I didn't know none of that. I was like, ah. I want to hear
Chipmunk
more Jay-Z.
Chipmunk
Yeah.
Soul, the Chipmunk Soul chops.
Uh, but it was like a few records, them records that he was dropping after that was just like, woo.
Yeah. The same homie that put me on to Reasonable Doubt is the same homie that put me on to Kanye West.
Mm, it's a good homie.
That's a good homie. It's a
Mhm.
good homie. What so you started like you started writing raps. Grandma found them shits. Threw them away. Now you're starting from scratch. But that was just like that was just the beginning. You started writing. You had to get the nursery rhyme raps about doing the dishes, get that
Yeah,
shit out of the way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now you're in high school or now you're in middle school. Are you writing songs? Like, are you able to pursue that a
Mm,
little more?
nah, I'm writing like little mixtape joints though. I was writing like little like like you would have like the cats would take like the records that was out, the most popular joint, and just
Yeah.
rap from beginning to end and shit like that. I mean, I was doing that. I didn't learn how to make songs until later. Like because I started rap battling and doing all that stuff, so everything was kind of like an aggressive verse to me every time. I was always dissing somebody. But
So it was like a diss and like brag raps and shit like that. No hooks,
no
just
hooks for
straight
real.
verses, just like
You know, if they had a hook, you would copy that hook. Man. You would copy that hook, kind of reinvent it, do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's kind of how I started. But Yeah, I didn't start doing songs until like later. I maybe like 18, 19. That's when my cousin introduced me to Boogie and Treasy. And my cousin worked for like Universal Records at the time. He dealt with like the old heads like Houdini and Vanilla Ice and shit.
Shit. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I thought, he gave me a call, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. We out of here. And it ain't play out. It ain't really play out like that, but it played out like that. And he was like, yeah, I gotta get you to meet these guys. Gotta get you to meet this guy Boogie. And I was like, all right. Oh, Boogie from DMP. And he's like, yeah, yeah. He's like, oh, so he put me on to Bug, and that's why I met the homie Treasy. And then I was in more like an alternative group. We kind of formed, yeah, I'm saying, like an alternative hip hop group. And that's where I learned how to make like the song format. Yeah,
Right.
I'm saying, like Bug and Tree used to like show me how to do the hooks and how to like break shit down to like it's, like A section, B section, verses and shit like that. And then I would have to like record that shit too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was that was like my favorite era, of the shit. Cause then my shit had more structure, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
started feeling like I had actual songs.
Well, because you probably look at that more fondly because that was like a big step. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like a big fucking like development in your craft was like learning how to structure a song, like learning about the verse, the intro, the hooks, the bridge, like how to compose
Right.
actual song structure and shit.
uh I wasn't making beats like that then. My beats was kind of poop dust. So I would be like
Did you say
around,
poop dust?
they poop dust. They was poop dust back then. So bad. I had like Fruity Loops, 5 or 4, 5 or something like that. Maybe 3. And
Poop
I
dust,
was
bro.
used, it was so poop dusty. I was like, yo, I can't let nobody hear these. They ain't gonna take my lyrics serious. My rhymes is gonna be butt if they judging off these beats. you know?
Oh
So
shit.
I
I'm a,
started
I'm
watching these
gonna start
cats.
using that. I'm gonna start using that if you don't mind. I'm
Do your thing.
so
Yeah.
good. So
They got real.
you had the self awareness. Same when I started making beats, it was the same thing for me, bro. Like I was like, this ain't it. This shit is trash. Like like you at least have the self awareness to be like, it's not there yet.
All the time. Like that was like my biggest thing. Like it's just don't sound like a finished, like it don't like I just had that feeling I can't describe it. And then I'm just like breaking down my own shit. Even the joints that people like, I'd be like, nah, I should have hit this, and this. It would have hit different, a little bit more emphasis on this. And, like that shit was just like work every time I heard music, though. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so just to get
So
it right.
now, so like, at what point were you like, all right, this is starting to sound good. This is starting to sound the way I like it to.
Let me see. It's a good question. I say when I got to California in like 2013, that's when I actually was like, all right, I might have some shit. I had spent like maybe like 3 years with at going up the Knot studio like every night. You know what I'm saying? Most of the week, cause he stayed like walking distance from like my crib. You know what I'm saying? So I used to like go over there to the Dirt Factory, just shut up and watch him make beats for hours. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then I ask a question. I do like one question a night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And just keep going. I probably leave there like 4 in the morning. Don't go to sleep. Go home and try to figure out everything that I just seen. I did that shit for a long time, like for a long time. So like when I got to California, it was because my man was like, "Yo, they got this standard produce a joint. I know you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't be doing no beat battles or nothing like that. I was like, I don't even know what that is. So my bro Jimbo Wham, he was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the little package and into your shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go up, step up there. I'm in California, so we're gonna see what happens. I said, yeah, I'm gonna send you some joints. And I think it was he hit me back, was like, yo, son, we want like the whole joint. And Bugs the Beast wanna talk to you. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, dang, that sound familiar. And I was like, oh shit. Looked him up. I was like, oh, this Bugs the Beast. You know what I'm saying? Kanye camp. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I chop it up with him. And that's when he told me, he was like, yo, you got it, yo. Like you got the sampling game is crazy. And I was like, man, I'm not even, I never really heard nobody, you know, on a professional level talk about my beats and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't really, won't really broadcasting that. And he just gave me like a few pointers as far as transitions and finding the best part of the loops and,
Mm,
you know, where to put them at, what should be the hook, you know, section and, you know, joints that's good with just a loop, you know, one
mm.
section, like just a certain feel. He gave me just a few pointers and then from there, yo, I was like, yo, all right, maybe I could do this beat shit a little bit.
So, and I kind of had a similar thing happen to me. It was just homies tell me that they were good. You know, it was like, yo, these, I like these. I want to rap on them. And I'm like, oh, all
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was kind of nowadays I'm less inclined to be like, oh, I need validation from somebody to allow me to do some shit. But like back then, it was like, oh, my homie who's a rapper heard this beat and wants to rap on it. Okay, I guess I could keep making beats and I guess I could keep sending them to the homies and they might want to keep rapping on them.
Right.
So they kind of gave me the validation. It seems like you had some old heads or you had some OGs or you had some people that were like, all right, yo, you got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what kind of helped me later because my joints was butt when I was going there with knots. Like it was poo dusty. I was like
Pooh Dust.
poo dust. And I was
So
like playing them for me. Hey, yo, I appreciate them for having that patience because I be listening to some of them joints. I was playing them like, dog. This is why you just kept saying cool,
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 yeah.
cool.
So people that are so like, all right, some up and comers, people that are just now, they're making beats. Well, what do you have as a piece of advice for somebody, you know, like that might not have the old head, might not have the OGs, maybe in a small market where they're not around rappers? Like, what can you tell them, maybe from a technical standpoint, that will
Hmm.
give them the knowledge, if you will, to know that, all right, I could start sending these out?
Hmm. Do your favorite style. Like just do what you like to make. Don't copy everything else. You know what I mean? Like if you like the elements of today's music, use some of those elements. But learning how to do those things is where like the knowledge is. You know what I'm saying? Like getting on your tutorial game heavy. Do your YouTube tutorials. Like that's I wish I had that earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, facts.
YouTube tutorials is a big thing. Um, and then kind of finding your own technique and your own cheat codes. You know what I mean? If you develop your own system when you make beats, this shit'll be timeless. You know what I
And so
mean?
and so when they are able to, when they do all the tutorials and whenever they find their pocket, if you will,
Yeah, yeah.
at what point do they know, like,
My bad.
all good? At what point do you at what point are they be should they be like, all right, let's send this out? You know, is it like when they learn how to mix, when they,
Whoa,
you know, when it's
definitely.
at a certain level, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, usually it starts with an artist. It ain't got to be the biggest artist. it can be an artist that really need to like start something. Maybe like a volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 thing. Like y'all can figure it out. Like you could develop your sound. You know, it might not be the most popular thing yet, but developing your sound with an artist that can, flow with it. Um, I would try to like make it sound as clean as possible with that first artist. Your mixing and your engineering and stuff is gonna be better if you got somebody on the record and you can understand the space in the record you need, and you know what I mean, and
That's important. Yeah.
how people react to certain rhythms, and it's a little better when you got an artist to work with. You know what I mean? But
Right.
if you don't, and you just in the crib in Kansas and you stuck somewhere, reach out and offer some free joints. If you don't feel like they bang, just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance and just shoot
Right.
them anyway. And as for, if you ain't think that was it, I don't know. Cats ain't really gonna talk you to death when it ain't the beat. If it ain't it, it ain't
That right.
it.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's what's kind of tough about that, bro, is because the beats can be, quote, technically good beats, right? But it's just not that artist's cup of tea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real. Yeah. Sometimes you could challenge them, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people come for, the Pharrell sound. They don't have that in their arsenal yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how
I
you,
agree.
you know what I mean?
I
How you
agree.
brand it.
You know, it's funny. Madlib does that with Freddie Gibbs. Madlib is like, yo, you should try this one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You get Madlib does that with Freddie.
Oh yeah. That Madlib Freddie collaborate, the union is incredible. I
It's
also I'm kind of battling between that and the Alchemist one.
Alchemist might be my favorite producer now, like of today. You know what I'm saying? I think he moved into the top spot, bro.
I feel that. Yeah,
Um,
he's snapping. I'm still Knots fan.
yeah,
Still heavy on the Knots over everybody type shit.
I feel it. I feel it, man. But like, for the longest time, it was like it was like Primo. It was RZA. It was Doom. It was like them cats. But then I was like, yo, Alchemist is so consistent, and these days it's just like it's rare that I'm like, yo, that Alchemist album just didn't do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel like there was an era in like 2014 or like a little before that where Alchemist just started, boom, 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 and it was like
Yeah.
the Willie the Kid campaign was so crazy, like the Rock Marciano. Then you had what's our what's the fat dude name? Action Bronson.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
love his shows. The shit is crazy, stupid
Yeah.
cut. But yeah, they made real pieces, yo. They made real pieces, and it gave you a different It gave you it. I feel like it extended the life of his production. You know what I'm saying? And you get to hear more colors
100%.
of him. You know what I mean? Because I usually would just catch him on some Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and then
Right. The occasional Nas record, you know what I mean? Like he was in the game, but then when he started doing entire albums with these artists, shit kind of changed a little bit. And like,
yeah,
right, bro, 2014, 2015 is like right when he started defining that sound. You know what I'm saying? Because before then, the beats were they were different.
yeah,
They
they
were
were a
different.
little, yeah.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
that era was crazy.
Absolutely, bro.
2015. Woo. Yeah. Shout out to Al. Well, he just got the award, right? Something like that. best producer.
Oh, did he get? Oh, that's right. BET Producer of the
Yeah,
Year.
he came off. He came off. That's dope.
Producer of the Year. I mean, bro, that Larry June shit,
Oh man.
front to back,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's a no skip. That's a no skip album.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Larry Jones is super dope. I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, bro.
Dope.
But like, I mean that's coming off of like us talking about producers being able to get you to step outside of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
Moose was
right.
telling me that Ninth be doing that with him. Ninth is like, yo, like, I know this isn't typically your style, but you should rap on this. And then it ends up being a fire record.
Right. I mean, that's a real producer. He the one with the idea. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that Moose campaign is flowing so well. And it's doing good with the flavors he's using for production. I like it. I like it.
Proud of him, man. Proud of him.
Oh yeah, big time, big time. Shout out to Moose.
Shout out. So for you, people, I mean, the majority of the shit that you rap on, is that the shit that you make? Or like what
you mean?
percentage what percentage of beats are yours that you rap on?
Uh, uh, I I like certain producers. Most of them are my beats when I'm rapping, but I got the little secret weapon click in the cut. My homie Logic Marcellus is usually in the cut. Funk Star. I got some more stuff coming out with cats I haven't worked with. I just be around, but
Right.
usually I usually go to like it's usually me, Logic, on most of the projects. Um, I done some joints with Just Don Banks. Banks is crazy. He's doing some ill stuff with Conductor Williams, I believe. Um, yeah, that's usually just my go-tos. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
You keep it in the family.
yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Do me a solid, bro. Tilt your computer down a little bit, just so I can see you a little bit better. There you go. There you
All
go.
right, cool.
Hell yeah. Um, what sparks your creativity, bro?
Um, art,
Art.
pretty much, just art. Fashion and design, and beautiful women, man. And,
Yes.
that's my that's like my inspiration, like for real, like ever since a kid. So like art, I can enjoy, even the most obscure piece, even the most, wild, weird, mudded out, ideas of, architecture and, painting and shit like that. I can find my little piece in it. But, not all music I can fuck with. Um, I don't listen to hip hop all the time. I kind of mostly just play classical, and then I kind of get in my mode, and then I go into some like, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna get real meticulous with these bars and shit. You know what I'm saying? And let me find the perfect canvas after that. I mean, or I just roll up. You know what I'm saying? Roll some Zaza. None of that works.
So a lot of different approaches. A lot of different approaches. That's so you don't listen to a lot of hip hop on the regular, if you will, to spark that motivation.
Nah, not anything new. I might, I go to the same few songs, dog. Like when they get real bad and I'm feeling like, damn, I need some real culture. I play like Gangstar, Moment of Truth for like Hard to Earn and stuff like that. I don't really feel it. Like I listen to Griselda heavy. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Listen to that. They got a little bit more culture today. A little bit more
Right.
seasoned to
Right.
what I want to listen to. You know what I mean? What I could digest. But I don't listen to too many cats. I'm usually trying to create something a little different. So I don't try to be too influenced. You know what I'm saying by shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you listen to Griselda. I think that's a good segue. Tell me about Chocolate Face, bro.
Ah, um,
Tell me about it, bruh. True Illien style production, bruh. The grittiest, dirtiest, nastiest, grimiest fucking beat.
yo, thanks,
How,
man.
first of all, bro, how do you get, how do you achieve the level of grimy?
Uh,
How do you achieve that, bro?
oh
Is
man,
there some secret sauce, or is that just like,
it's
what
like
is it,
so.
man?
I don't know, man. I'm like two of my favorite producers and bigger influences is Knots and Funk Star, man. They make some of the grimiest joints, yo. And he's just so raw with it. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's shit hit different. You know what I mean? And we all went different eras, but we all went to the same high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
Mm.
like it's like a neighborhood energy thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just thankful I could get to that level, because I really be looking for that myself. You know what I mean? Those beats I say for myself.
100%, bro. I was like, why he? I'm surprised he ain't rap on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is
Damn,
true.
man.
This is some true alien shit right here. But like,
Appreciate that, man.
how did Westside Gunn get a hold of it?
Um, uh, so a very beautiful person, beautiful mind.
Mm.
Stacy Epps, my lawyer and business partner. Uh, she kind of plugged me into that whole little situation. Yeah, I mean, and
Mm.
she also is great friends with him as well. So we made that work. She just asked me one day. It was like, "You ever work with Wes?" I was like, "Nah, I would love to though. I ain't never reached out or anything." And then she was like, "Yo, send me some shit." Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, yo. Wes, Wes, so how you sitting 200 beats to pick two? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh.
yo, hey, I was kind of tight for a minute. I was like, "Yo, did he kill him?" Like, I was like, I ain't get no response. Like, he only respond when he likes something. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, so I gotta keep sending matches and stuff. So I'm like, yo, all right. And then I remember Stacy was like, "Hey, yo, I think he got something." I was like, "All right, okay, cool." And I didn't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear nothing. I can't even speak about the rest of it. But next time I heard about it was in Paris at the Fashion Week. And I was like, somebody hit me on the Twitter. It was like, "Yo, ain't that your beat?" I was like, "Oh shit, oh shit, how they get that?" That's crazy. I ain't even got the song
Yeah.
yet. I ain't even got the song yet. I was like, this is crazy.
Well, so he hasn't like formally released that record yet.
Nah, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. There's snippets and shit on the internet, but it's that shit ain't out yet.
Nah, it's not out at all. That's
But
what it's
bruh,
crazy.
you know, it's funny. Like you send him 200 beats, right? But he chooses one of the probably the dirtiest, grimiest beats out of all 200 of them shits. And then what ended up happening, bruh, is like it was like true. It was like a true Griselda record.
Mm,
So I
I
gotta
feel
ask,
that.
when you made that beat, was it just like you being you? You're just like, yo, I'm gonna make this grimy ass beat. You probably
Um,
weren't thinking like, yo, I'm gonna try to get Westside Gun on this. I'm gonna try to make this Griselda. I'm gonna try to make this just like that grimy Griselda style. You just made it, right?
nah, I was trying to do a V-Lord joint. I was like, I'm gonna make something. I need something crazy. I was making that for myself.
Right.
Um, I was just like, damn. I know when he wasn't picking anything, I sent that in a smaller batch too. Like I think he only went through maybe like 50 or 60 beats. But that was in like a smaller batch of like 4. I was like, he gonna pick one of these. Like I done
Mm-hmm.
snatched these off of albums and shit that I was gonna release. Like he gonna pick these. So I was like, yo, I sent them dad on a sample. It's a little nutty. I was in the mood of just making something dark on some yo, here come the V Lord, or some Spawn Batman V for Vendetta shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I heard them fucking I don't know, I was watching something and I heard that shit. And I was like, hold up. I heard that shit. I was like, oh shit. And I heard the voices. I was like, oh, I just need to stretch that part. I need to stretch the I. I need the I, yo. And
Yep.
then I was like, I just need something muddy. I don't even want to do nothing extra. I just wanted something muddy with that. So yeah, that shit just instant. That sample chop just put me in the bag. That's it.
So grimy, bro. And tell me about the drums.
So the drums, I kind of like I use sample drums. I still grab joints from the vinyl. A lot of them joints like that is on like the Beat Butcher kit. They got like some of the similar like textures. You know, I like to chop up some of those and flip them.
I
So
have that kit.
yeah, Beat Butcher got some crazy joints. So I use I think I use a break from Beat Butcher and the one it sound like to stack it up. And
Oh, you used the drum break and then emphasized.
yeah, I stack because
You
sometimes
stack
those
on top of them.
yeah, I got to. You know, so I got a little sub underneath that joint too, like so it hit like a fucking elephant walking in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Cause the original name of that beat was King Joffrey Garments. You know what I'm saying? So I want that shit to
bruh.
sound like King Joffrey coming into America and shit with the whole parade and shit.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones, homie.
Yo, rest in peace, James
Rest in
Earl
fucking
Jones,
peace.
Bell Atlantic. Yeah, but
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I've been following you for a long time, and you've got your placements and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing your thing for a long time, bro. But I mean, when I saw that, I was like,
man,
I know my boy's happy about this.
yo, thanks, man. I appreciate that,
I'm
man. Yeah,
proud
I
of you,
was
bro.
I was real hype. I was real hype. I was like, damn, this shit need to come out ASAP. Like, what's going on? But
Right now, right
yeah,
now.
he know what he doing. I guess the the Still Praying and stuff came out. The 11 came out. I like those. And people was hitting me up like, yo, where's the chocolate face? Where's the chocolate face? So I was like, oh, I didn't even get the chance to sit down with both of the albums yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah,
I was looking. I was
yeah,
looking. He just dropped an EP, and I was like, "Where's Chocolate Face?" Oh, it ain't on this. All right, well, fucking, it's gonna be on the next one. I heard he's slowing down. I heard from somebody like I heard like that he's like talking about retiring and shit. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't retiring, bro. You drop 5 albums a year.
I don't know, man. That he got some heat, man. He got some shit in the chamber. You know what
I
I'm
love
saying?
Griselda. I love the whole squad, bro. And so on that same tangent, if you will, the Benny the Butcher joint.
Oh,
Counting
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 Bennies.
bennies, counting bennies. The bass line in that
Oh,
shit. First of all,
yeah.
bruh,
Uh,
did you compose that bass line? Was that a sample? Where you did you emphasize it off the chop? Where did that bass line come from? Where do you be finding these samples too, bro? Is it like, are you using Vinyl Frontier? Are you using vinyls? Like, what the fuck? And the drum break, god damn it, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Like, um, again, it had that fucking gritty Griselda fucking vibe to it, bro. How
Yeah, I
did that
played the
record?
bass. I played that bass. I
You
got my
played the
own bass
bass.
line and shit. Yeah, that's my
I
little low
sh-
key signature.
I
Right.
should have known. I should have fucking known. Love the record. How did it come about? How did that record happen?
Um, my man Fetty put me on to uh G Count, I believe. Um, and I think he was doing some business with between him and G Count and working on G Count album and Benny's album, I think as well. And he came through. I think I was working with Point Guard. Me and Point Guard was in the lab cooking up as usual on some 20 joints a day. And he came, man. He came to shop with us. He was like, "Yo, I got a joint. Benny trying to and make some shit for niggas to get on. You know what I'm saying? Benny trying to get on the joint. I was like, all right, let me see what I got. I did some dark shit. I probably went to the crib and just did that on the dolo, but
So
and then
that wasn't
point
already
through
in the
the
vault.
sprinkles.
That wasn't already in the
Nah.
vault. You made that for them.
Yeah, I made that for them. I did that. It was like some little little dark vibes I be into. I got a formula so that stuff is kind of like quicker for me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I get like the main melody, that type of dark vibe like that. But my shit is horror movies, man. Foreign horror movies. You know what I mean? I sample that type of shit. Ain't nobody looking for it. You know what I'm saying? Get you some foreign horror movies or some old like Italian slasher film type joints. The music is dramatic and scary as fuck. And it's the better shit to chop out of. And even when they get like the real melodic shit, it's the shit you kind of looking for. It's more uh I don't know, like jazzy and erotic and, spaced out with the melody. But I like, yeah, that's my shit. I like movies. That's mainly what I sample. Uh Shit, the drums. I just got a mean collection of drums from everybody. Like I got drums from Bink. When I had my studio, Bink came through and gave me some drum. Um, you know what I'm saying? I got some joints from that. Got a lot of Knots drums. Um, I just kind of like gotta try to find the rhythm and the ones I really want to use, they don't always fit. But records like that, I kind of force it.
Right. You make it happen. Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and so the is that another break that you stacked?
yeah. That's I stacked
And
that
is
one.
that typically always the move?
Um,
Or
a lot of times
do
I
you
chop the
sequence drum breaks ever?
I do a lot of that first. Sometimes I take the whole breakout and don't do it. It don't really serve me as well, like it used to. I like the cleanliness so I can get it as filthy as possible sometimes. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, bro. And there's something about like the cracking and the dust and the dirtiness of the fucking of a vinyl that brings it that certain feel, that warmth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, facts. I mean, I love digging. You know what I'm saying? I got too many records. You know what I'm saying? I still want more, but I dig everywhere I go. Try to grab a couple of good vinyls from somewhere, you know what I mean? If I can find something or I used to carry the little portable record table till I just started. I'm like, yo, why don't I just YouTube some of this shit? You know what I mean? But the stuff
Yeah.
you can't find is the best. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Cause I can't just pull out Shazam and find where that shit came from. You know, like when I would sample and make a beat and put it out on like DistroKid and shit, if it passed the Shazam test, then I
oh
know I'm good
yeah.
to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's on some catch me if you can for real, because what you gonna do? You know what I mean? And I think you gotta sell like a certain amount, so you can keep re-releasing it. You know what I mean? I don't
Well, yeah,
know.
Illy, I worked with a rapper that's been in the game for a minute. He's got some notoriety, and I just texted him straight up. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, do you clear samples?" He's like, "No, I do not clear
Yep.
samples."
That's crazy. There was an era where they used to really judge you off of that. Like,
There's still this fucking dumbass community that judges you off of sampling, bro. In general, it's like, dude, do you know where hip hop came from?
it's
Do
crazy.
do you understand? Because they sound like fucking idiots, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Get out of my
Yeah,
fucking face with that shit, man.
yeah. I can't
So
stand it.
so from the gritty, nasty, dirty, grimy side, right? Then we go to a record like the Baller record. You know what I'm saying? The joint with Big Boi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
My bad.
a little less grimy, a little more polished, bro.
Um,
It was soulful, it was polished, it was I could tell it wasn't that like same gritty style, but it still had that Illien fucking punch to it. You know what I'm saying? It still had that vibe.
I love that record. That record was supposed to be for my R&B album. So I had sung that. I was in the crib. I sung this hook. I was singing this joint all day. I was like, damn, I gotta make a beat to go with this shit. And I was making that beat. I was like, damn, yo, like I was like, yeah, I gotta figure out how to make this shit bigger than this. And I did that joint maybe like I was doing it while me and Point was working on like a pack for Big Boi at the time. You know what I'm saying? Doing like 10 beats a day, trying to send them 10 beats a day and shit for like
How'd
2
y'all
weeks.
get connected?
Well, my brother, Tree, God rest his soul. He, he was actually plugged to that. He knew Big Boi personally.
Yep.
Big time, like a long time. And we kind of just had a long standing relationship with him, with writing for him and stuff like that. So
Mm.
then Point Guard had been working with him for a long time already. So he had already restocked the point for the joint. So this was kind of like my little chance to get, some points. No pun
Yes.
intended.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out to Point Guard. He was like, yo, I'm gonna get you a placement. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, word, all right. I was working all summer for that shit. And he eventually picked that joint. And I really was cracked. I was working on some shit at the crib. And I was like, bong, after we had finished producing for like the whole day. And I came back the next day like, yo, what you think about this shit? And I had sung the little reference, put that up there. And it's like, I'm gonna see what they talk about. And my man Jay Black came in from 1500 to nothing. Jay Black came in and heard the joint. He was like, "Oh yeah, what y'all doing? Y'all playing?" And he kind of pressed the issue. You know what I mean? And yeah, it kind of pushed. We all kind of made that shit happen. It's like the whole squad. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Yeah.
Boy. And Stacey Epps was there for that one too. You know what I'm saying? Stacey.
Man, Stacy's been pulling through for a minute.
Yeah, she's a real one.
Shout out Stacy, bro.
Shout out to Stacey Epps.
So speaking of Stacy, she's a lawyer. So like when these types of things happen, bro, like the business side of it all, how does that all go down? Like what is the best way to approach these types of things when they happen? You gotta I mean, Big Boi is arguably one of the most, I mean, he's like probably the most slept on when it comes to just full on technical rapping ability.
Oh yeah,
But
he's
like
crazy.
he is one of the biggest artists that we know. And
Right.
so when that kind of record comes out, obviously you have somebody discussing the business on your behalf, correct?
Yeah, that's Stacey.
That's Stacy. And so I'm sure that you would stress for artists, if they get a placement, that they need a Stacy.
Oh yeah, you definitely need an entertainment lawyer for sure. Like, don't sign nobody's nothing. That's my thing. Like, don't sign anybody's contract. Tell your lawyer, let your lawyer make you a contract for them to sign, or y'all go back and forth until they sign your contract. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do all those hitting words and stuff like that. I let Stacey handles everything respectfully and everything's beautiful. You know what I mean when it comes to that. The process before you get there is a little sticky. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna take no bullshit to Stacy like that. You know what I mean? You gotta be for real. You know what I mean? So yeah, she know what, what they doing on the other side as well. Like she's familiar with shit. You know what I mean? Like I think she's familiar with like the Big Boi campaign and all that as well.
Mhm.
So she knows what to say, you know.
So that's important.
Yeah,
That's
she's
important, bro.
cultured, like having Stacy for like a partner, like a business partner, like it's like cheating. She's like super cultured, she does everything. She's like a boom bap goddess at the same time. You
Mm.
know what I mean? She do her thing, and she's talented as fuck. So yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Stacy.
Well, so moral of the story: get your business right.
Yeah,
Get you an entertainment lawyer.
absolutely. You have to. You have to.
It's
Or
essential,
you
bro.
could be it. You could be the lawyer if you want to. You know what I mean? Good luck with that, but you have to.
Yeah, right. It's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, so do you lay down drums first, or do you sample first, or
Depends
do you do
depends on
both?
the mood. Depends on. I do both. It depends on the mood I'm in, and if what I find first. If I catch the sample, yeah, I mean I'm gonna use the sample first. But sometimes it takes to the sample and make me find a kick first, just to see if I can really do this right quick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if the kicks don't sound too good over the lower frequencies, I'll probably leave it alone sometimes.
Right. Right. And you mix all your beats. Do you have to mix as you go? Do you do like a volume mix at the beginning and then come back and mix it all, or how do you normally do that? Do you compose and then mix?
Yeah, I mix as I go, and then before somebody grabs it, I do like a final rough mix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Usually people just take the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even mix a lot of these placements and shit. You know what I'm saying? They
They
like the
just took it.
mix. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I think sometimes people think I'm gonna stay within that boom bap box. Yeah, I'm saying sonically, I kind of just go a little bit different when I think about an album. So,
Well, your shit has it's punchier, bro. Like it's got a little more fucking.
oh,
It's got a little
word.
more. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little more mustard behind it, bro. Like it's fucking. I I describe it as punch, bro. It's got more punch. It's got more attack. Like there's this certain way that like you're probably compressing your drums, and there's like certain grooves and certain cadences within those drum patterns that are like very signature to your style.
Word. Yeah, it's like I got my own little presets. I created. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I just update them as the time goes by. You know what I
So
mean?
when I tell you, all right, Illy, you got a style that is like you.
Word.
How do you feel about that?
Um, that's
Do you
dope.
feel like you have a style? Like, yeah, do you feel the same way? Like, do you feel like, all right, like I have a signature style that I've cultivated over the years? Like, do you hear it? Or is it like,
um, Not really. I mean, I
right,
just keep going. I think one of my mentors told me never fire yourself. Keep challenging yourself to create new styles. But I do feel like I have a texture that I just gotta have when I make the beat. You know what I mean? Like it's gotta bump a certain way. Like it's like you said, the punch. Like I gotta feel like I'm the first person to test it. Like yo, how does a voice sound like on this? It's weak. You know
yep.
what I'm saying? Like just try to put a little bit more oomph on everything. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm just throwing my little sauce on what's already there for real. You know what I mean? Just arranging and chopping and doing some things like that. But man,
I
my
gotta
own sound
ask
and stuff.
about V Lord Part Two, or no, sorry, V Lord Returns
Velo returns. Which
Part
one?
Two. You got a couple V Lord Returns Part Two. So you got your homies
Yeah, Big
on that
Shot and Killer
track.
Cosman on there. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Word.
When I listen to it, okay, so it's funny that you told me that you be getting these samples from horror movies and shit, and like I'm writing a movie right now, and I'll play that song while I'm writing certain parts of this movie, and the song, I'm like, I'm gonna put this on the movie. When I make this movie, I'm gonna put it in the movie
My
because
G.
it's like a movie soundtrack, bro.
Word.
So
Yeah.
that sample, did it come from, is it like a movie? Did it come from like a horror movie? Did it come from like, an Italian
Oh
horror
nah,
movie or?
that was a butcher's joint. I believe JR Swift, me and JR Swift be kind of like collecting those beat butcher kits,
Mm,
and he gets them a little early. And you know what I'm saying? So I be
right.
like, yo, send me them joints, man. So I'm trying to make me and him like go in and like do some like pretty much use the whole kit up in like a couple days for real. You know what I mean? Like he do it on his side, do it on my side. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of how that came about. You know what I mean? But yeah, that did sound like some horror movie shit though.
It does, bro. I really fuck with it. I really fuck with it. So you already talked about how you dig for samples. You go vinyl and you go on YouTube. You rip wherever you find the whenever your ear catches some shit. You're like, whatever, I'm cool with it. Like
What up?
you're not like married to any kind of like way of digging. You just dig.
Straight up.
Yeah. All right. Here's kind of a more ethereal question. When do you know when a record is done?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Yeah, that's facts.
You don't. I never even feel like they be done when they be out.
Yeah.
No. The there's a certain point where you can yeah. It's a certain point where you gotta like feel it though. And then there's a point where you feel it to the point where damn I ain't even finished it and it's shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different feeling. Like now when you get those, then yeah, it's done. You know what I mean? Now you could go into your own little mode and try to do all the salt and pepper you want on it, but it still stands with those same elements, you know what I'm saying? Like that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the whole record,
Yes.
you know what I mean? You can feel it, you can feel it. Especially when you hear it and you making it, if you're making it yourself, when you feel it, you're gonna feel like it's coming from a place you've been before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's gonna be like, oh shit, I made that. You go
I
ahead.
know that.
It's
I
gonna
know
be
that's
the,
for
the
sure.
Jordans you wanted, sitting in your living room. That's how it's gonna feel.
It's a feeling, bro. See, Rick Rubin would be proud of you to hear
What?
that answer. Rick Rubin would be happy to hear that answer because it's really, when is art finished? You know what I'm saying? It's never finished, and every time when you listen back, you're like, I could have adjusted the volume on that snare like 2 decibels. You know what I'm saying? The littlest things, bro. It's like it never ends with that shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you reach a point in time where you're like, it's time to show this to the world, bro. It's time to release this. It's time to share my art.
That's the scariest part. That's when you just jump off the cliff and hope your wings work.
Kendrick says it's not mine anymore. It's theirs.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, once you give it to the people, it's theirs and artist objective, so you can't even be that emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? All the emotion is already put into it. You know what I mean? Because hopefully it's pure enough for people to relate to it in their own way. You know what I mean?
I do. I have been
Word,
for a
word.
long time. What do you consider success, Illy? What is success to you?
Completion, completing
Com-
anything. I could successfully do anything. I successfully brush my teeth in the morning. I successfully wash my ass every day. You know what I'm saying? And I set attainable goals. I succeed every day. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like thinking about it on a long scale, when it comes to music and all that, the more I put my sound out, the more artists that, grab it, the more people that respect the business side of it, you know what I'm saying, that I continue to do business with or work with or grow with, it just builds more of my legacy, my brand, and, something that's really just what I want to leave when I'm gone. You know what I mean? So that's the success for me, my people's got a store, you know what I mean? I come in here and do shows and stuff, my neighborhood knows me, few other neighborhoods. So they already know me, you know what I
right.
mean? Being able to travel and do music, that's the most beautiful part. You know what I mean? Even if it's on your own dime, to be able to have that relationship with something else from something so far away, some person, that's gotta be success. And I feel like when I first started cooking up, I didn't get a lot of fans, didn't get a lot of buyers and stuff. But if I had got one or two people, I would be hype as hell. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, yo, I'm actually a rapper. You know what I mean? You
Right.
feel me? Like a lot
Yeah.
of people don't even break it down to how basic it is. Like if you say you a rapper, where your rap songs? You know what I'm saying? You got rap songs. You make beats, where your beats at? Who you make beats for? Boom, you already successful. You got joints with this, that. Live your life. That's on some create your own like scale of, you know what I mean? Like what you want to do. It's all about your own attainable goals. What you setting for yourself. You know what I mean? I would encourage nobody, I would encourage everybody to not look at other people to figure out what the hell they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because a flower does not look at the flower beside and be like, oh man, I should have like one more petal. This shit is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this that nigga's just it. You know what I'm saying? You just broke. You feel me? It's broke. So yeah, just you gonna have your own way regardless if you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So just make your joints. Keep making joints. Every day you wake up, I don't care if you gotta work, gotta deal with the kids or something, do something towards that shit. And that's it. You're winning every day.
So get in those repetitions.
Yeah.
Work on it every day. Develop your fucking craft. Reps on reps on reps on reps on reps, bro. And success is not defined by other people, it is defined by you.
True indeed.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is a great fucking philosophy, man. All right. So do you have any like interesting creative habits? You were talking about you roll up some Zaza. You were telling me like you like listening to classical. Is there anything that's like interesting or different or like kind of out of the ordinary when it comes to your creation process?
Oh no. So I got this thing where I take off one of my shoes.
That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about, bro.
I take off one shoe. Everybody know me in different studios for taking off that one shoe. Oh man. Where the drinks at? Screaming. Stop. Screaming. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that one shoe madness, they'll tell you in LA, like I don't know. I never really realized it until I got to LA. I was in the studio with Blue and John Mainframe came downstairs. He was like, what's up with you in this shoe, man? And I was like, uh, what you mean? He's like, you're always taking off that one shoe, G. What's up with that? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I never realized that. I just get so hot that one shoe it's always off at the. I ain't even noticed that, you know. And he took the picture. Oh, thanks, brother. Shout out to Buck Management.
Shout out.
Shout out to Buck. Yeah, man. But yeah. Love that.
One shoe, bro.
One shoe,
That's
man.
so fucking funny.
That's the shit. Everybody know me for the one shoe in the studio. That's strange.
So when you in the studio with one shoe and you're out there making beats, bro, how many beats are like just like out of all the beats that you make, how many beats are just sitting on the hard drive versus what you actually decide that you versus the ones that you actually choose and the ones that you actually send out to get placed?
Yo, for every one beat you might hear, it's probably like, what? That's probably 40,000 beats for every one beat that you actually, you know what I'm saying? I wish I was exaggerating. I wish I could get a lot of these joints out. And sometimes, you know, you forget they're there and they save you. You know what I'm saying? They save you. You ever went back through your files? You know what I'm saying? Just went back like, oh, snap, this was actually the best beat of that batch. Like, I didn't even bounce it out. Like, yeah, I got a lot of those. A lot of those. A lot of half-done joints.
How many you think you got?
Whew. I know it's real, right? Which year? Which year? Oh, no. I done hard drives with that shit.
Right, we talking hundreds. Or are we talking thousands?
Oh, definitely thousands.
Shit.
Definitely thousands. I got like 3 double terabytes full of beats I don't even touch. I'm on like 2
terabytes.
On 2 other joints now.
Terabytes.
Double terabytes.
So for those of y'all that don't know what a terabyte is, okay, like, what would you say, Illien? That's like, bro, like 10 albums. 10 albums is like a gig. Is like 1 gig.
Yeah. You got 1,000 gigs in a terabyte, I believe. It's a kilo of gigs.
You got a kilo.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you got 4 kilos worth of beats. That's wild, bro. That's wild.
That's probably from 2012 on up. Because I lost a lot of shit before that. A lot of shit crashed and didn't come back.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us. Yeah, back up your shit, man. Get a backup. Always have a backup.
Please.
I do that with all my video footage, bro. If I don't have a backup, I'm sweating out here, bro. Sometimes you got to back up the backup, bro. Sometimes you got to back it up on a cloud, back it up in a hard drive, and then you got to back up with a backup.
You got to back up your backup. Yeah. That shit get crazy out here.
Don't be buying them cheap ass fucking hard drives either, bro. Them fucking $40 fucking shitty ass Seagate hard drives, bro. Like, get you a Lacey. You know what I'm saying? Get you something decent, right?
Seagate did me dirty.
Seagate did me dirty too, bro.
I learned the hard way.
Just like I bought one of them like base 4 terabyte Seagates, bro, and yeah. Well, bro, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, man. We've been at it for about an hour 15, but shit. You got any guilty pleasures, bro? Besides taking your shoe off, do you like reality TV, or do you eat a lot of Cheetos, or like you fucking love like McDonald's, or like, you know what I'm saying, like?
I watch a lot of horror movies. I watch a lot of horror movies. I don't think it's a gangster movie left that I ain't watched.
Favorite horror movie, favorite gangster movie?
Tough. That's tough. I wouldn't even say gangster movie. I would say Sopranos was probably one of the best displays of the mafia shit ever. Yeah, I got into that mad late too.
Me too, bro. I was like 30. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
4 years ago, son. Like, love The Sopranos, bro. Fucking, I love all that mob shit, man. Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies. Casino, The
Classics.
Departed, yeah, The Departed, like all that shit. Fucking, um, so horror
Yeah.
movie.
Horror movies.
Throw one out there.
I'm a. Mm,
You like that Ari Aster shit, like that, like real, that elevated horror style shit, like Hereditary or Midsummer, shit like that.
I'm cool with all that. I like that stuff too. I'm big on Hellraiser. Hellraiser's
So
my
the
shit.
classics, the
All the
classics,
Hellraisers is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, the classics.
I used to scare all my other siblings, so I used to love that shit. I don't know where I could take that type of shit, but I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Hellraiser shits. They gotta come out with some way to make that box for real, for real.
Oh no, for real. It comes out in the music, bro. It comes out in the music.
Yeah,
I can hear that horror influence in all the shit you put out.
yeah. I like anime too. That's my shit. Vintage
Yeah,
shit, the old shit.
vintage shit.
Yeah.
I never got into anime, but I really fucked with Dragon Ball Z. I know that's like, it's still considered anime, but like I fucking loved Dragon Ball Z growing up. It's mainstream. It's the shit that, like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody knows that shit.
That's what's supposed to get you into anime. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z was for Americans to be like, hold up, they nice over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you started going through your Toonami and Adult Swim era and shit.
Straight
Yeah.
up, Gundam Wing, bro.
Gundam Wing.
That shit was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. My yo, brother A.A. Rashid, yo, he's like a big collector with the Gundams, the mobile suits and stuff like that, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, he's crazy with that, yo. He got a at like a museum in downtown LA, man. If you get some time, man, you gotta check him out. Yeah.
I be in DTLA from time to time.
Yeah,
The
man.
the gritty, dirty streets of DTLA.
Nasty,
God damn,
nasty work.
bruh. Some of my really good Palestinian homies have a jewelry store down there, dog. And
Word.
the Dodgers won the World Series, and they looted the Jordan store across the street.
What?
Just
Yeah.
the Dodgers won. Let's loot this Jordan store.
Damn.
They be
Crazy.
wilding out there, bro. They're wild out there.
That's crazy. Yeah, LA is
Sometimes you'll
wild.
be standing on the street, and a homeless man will just have fucking 2 arms full of merchandise, and just like all the shit's beeping on him and shit. All like the security tags are like beeping, and he's just nonchalant walking.
Oh, that's wicked. Yeah.
Fucking
They wild out there. They
five
wild.
hundred
And
dollars worth of merchandise. Just
they'll use the bathroom anywhere too. That shit's crazy.
I've had to dodge some human shit on the sidewalks out there.
Oh, that's
Couple times.
common. That's regular flow. That's
Regular.
regular. That's regular. Downtown LA is just.
Whoa.
They charge so it's like all this money to be around this much filth. It's like it look like a Ninja Turtle gonna come out that motherfucker, yo.
It's wild, bro.
It's crazy. But I love it though. I love LA.
I
Yo.
know, me too. It's that like love hate
Yeah,
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do, because it's like everybody's creative, bro. There's so much creative energy, and everybody's like working on art out there. I love the energy there, and the food culture is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
I've never had better Mexican food. I know people be talking about that a lot, but bro, it's
I think it's the
true.
best tacos you'll ever get in your life. Is
You'll-
in California, like probably from a truck. You know what I'm saying?
bro,
Like,
Leo's taco truck, bro.
yo.
Best in the game.
What is it? Taco de Mexico, I think Oxnard. That joint is like the top shit. El Porto, Mexicana. The Oh my gosh, I know like so many spots, yo. I know the ill spot. My man Mainframe put me onto the spot east of LA with the ill potato tacos.
Mm.
Yeah, yo, LA is the best, yo. When the
Um,
food,
I got one spot for you when you go out to downtown LA. It's called Sonora Town.
Sonora Town,
Sonora Town.
I
They
gotta check
make
that out.
They make the tortillas from scratch. They grill all the meats on like a fucking like a real char broiler. You know what I'm saying? They grill the fucking tortillas on a char broiler. Like the sauce is incredible. It's fucking the best Mexican food I've ever fucking had.
I'm
Go
on
there
there.
next time. Go
Yeah,
there
I
next
gotta
time.
check
It's
that
right
out.
across the street from my homie Anwar's Mediterranean joint. So when you eat there, then go across the street
Ooh,
and eat at my boy's joint, Anwar's Kitchen.
okay.
Mediterranean, bomb as fuck.
Oh yeah, I gotta fuck with that. Oh yeah, Mediterranean. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my steez.
All right,
Yeah.
Illy. Anything we didn't cover, bro? Anything we
Um.
didn't cover? Anything you wanna say, or anything you wanna plug?
New project coming out. A point guard. You know what I'm saying? Not that white star. Something for the ladies.
Mm.
Real cool ism-tastic type shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't already, go and grab that The Killing Time on my Bandcamp, mrdifferent.bandcamp.com. Uh shoot. Shout out to the Designer Depot, my brothers in here. You know what I mean? And thank you, bro. I just want to say thank you, man, for taking the time out and reaching out to me, bro. And you know,
It's long overdue, bro.
appreciate you, man. Yeah,
It's
you
long
been holding me
overdue.
down for a minute too, brother. You been holding me down for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't thank you enough, man. Appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Pleasure to have you on, bro. I appreciate you taking the time and chopping it up. I love talking about this kind of shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
All right, my boy.
All right, brother. Yo, peace.